Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending upon your time zones. God bless you. My name is Pastor Yemi Omo Boyega. Thanks for joining my channel. If you have subscribed, thank you very much. If you haven't, please do subscribe. And then please pass your comments as you deem fit. And at the same time, press the notification button so that I get to know when we upload new videos. Thank you very much. God bless you, and then share our videos. I want to talk on the alleged arrest of uh, Mr. Um, Farotimi, Dele Farotimi, by um, let me leave it like that. A lot of things still are happening in human life, and you have oppression in high places, you have oppression in low places. And the plague of silence has made our society not to make the desired progress. And thank God for social media. Since the advent of social media, I believe that Nigeria has started making progress. May not be obvious now, but I believe that in 5, 10 years' time, and far above that, the manifestation of the seeds that are being sown today in terms of social media intervention will begin to fully mature. And if you look at the social media impact, which is all over the place now, the churches or the religious centers, they are not left out. The government circle, they are not left out. Even at family levels, they are not left out, because if you check the social media, a lot of cases do come up that involve families and being resolved over there. There was one of someone who was in Canada, and the wife and himself were not in good terms, and today that guy is in the hospital and cannot speak. Unfortunately, nobody had access to him amongst his members of family. The only wife that is having access is not uh, showing face. So I think it's Oriyomi Hamzat that is taking that up, but I watched it on Auntie Adoni's platform, you see. So that is the family section of it. Then organizations, a lot of people that are being paraded by the EFCC as fraudsters and all that. And the I've just watched one now. I just stumbled at that. Two Nigerians were said to have been, who are 50 something years of age. Two of them have been said to have, or alleged to have been, to have bagged 30 years plus of jail. And that a week ago or two, that another Nigerian who was a fraudster was arrested, prosecuted, and was put in jail. And he became sick in jail. Even before he could be repatriated to Nigeria, he had already died. and the corpse was brought into Nigeria for burial. And as it is today, there is no hidden place for criminals anymore. We are told of a, a councillor also who just won a seat into one of the states in Nigeria. And after winning, he traveled to the US. He was arrested and today is in trouble. What for? For the crimes he had committed previously. So you can see that, there is no hiding place for anybody anymore. All that is just advisable for everybody is to beware of what they do. Now, I just go into those preambles so that we will all know that nobody is spared in the social media war that is going on. It is there to expose anybody, any day, anytime. Now, let me return to the subject matter. I do have a great respect for Daddy Afe Babalola, the Bamofi of Nigeria, and in the caliber of late Chief Rotimi Williams of this world. The man has been an example. We see it as good, but some people saw the other side of the coin and cried out that it may not be as we see him to be, that he really is. They're trying to say that, he has his bad side, but all the same, I still respect Papa for his age, for his achievements, for his entrepreneurial nature, out of which some people have seen him as not being so good as we expected, as we thought he is. And amongst the lawyers in Nigeria, Femi Falana is in the forefront. And this is another man recently that something like this happened to. In the case of the, what's his name now? This Bobrisky thing, uh, you know, where it was alleged that the son of Babafami Falana, SAN, had a kind of relationship one way or the other, directly or remotely, with Bobrisky, and it became an issue to the point that uh, Femi Falana gave the very dark man an ultimatum to refute his claims and all that. That was leaked to the social media and became something that was great and terrible. And Femi Falana eventually went to court, and everybody saw that in the first place, the name of Femi Falana as a person or his chambers and even members of his family, that's my personal opinion, should not have arisen in matters involving um, something that is having to do with immorality or a kind of um, social vices. Uh, when I first had that case, it was a matter of, oh, this boy, why would he mess up his father? Because nobody who should be in his right senses would expect that somebody who is the son of a very respected SAN in Nigeria should get himself messed up with an irresponsible character. So that one came, and we saw how it drew the rage of the people. And we are yet to fully recover from that. But thank God for social media that exposed this. And at the end of the day, what came out of it? Indeed, it nearly, if it has not, dented the image of our respected SAN, Barrister Femi Falana. And that's history now. But what I want to bring out from this Dele Farotimi and Afe Babalola saga, or Afe Babalola versus Dele Farotimi saga, is the fact that it is just like an eagle, just preying on the chicks. We know what that means. Uh, Dele Farotimi is an erudite lawyer too, but not in the caliber of Baba Afe Babalola. And he's also a social critic. He has stood out among those. To him, he speaks out the truth. And some of the things he said, they made sense. Because we all can see what is happening in Nigeria. If you ask me, the only area that for now that I still felt that Dele Farotimi should have mellowed down a bit is the issue of his um, his what do I call it now? There is a particular vocabulary for that. When you say somebody is hepathetic hatred for Bola Ahmed, for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he has been very, very unequivocal that he's not at all on the same page or close to the same page with Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Many of his allegations, I felt that they are born out of human perception, because I don't know, and I stand to be very corrected here. Dele Farotimi was the one that represented the community that the land were taken maybe for in Lekki or something. Even from his own statements, as Dele Farotimi, I knew that it was therefore I was able to gather that he was a lawyer, but he lost out. And after that, maybe that was when uh, our president now, ex-governor Bola Ahmed Tinubu then was the governor of Lagos State. He lost out. And ever since then, it seems that he had been very, very bitter against uh, the president, our president of today. So it is human. He may be as bitter as anything. And in a democratic society, I believe that he is free to express his mind. But on the other one that are just coming out, on Baba Afe Babalola as well as Dele Farotimi, I think to me, um, let me go straight to the point. What kind of defamation in this world will be greater than, we'll call it slander, call it defamation, or whatever, could have been greater than the one that I think late Papa Falego, from the same Ado Ekiti where Baba Felola hails from, that he had meted to Baba Afe Babalola. because it was a great battle. I remembered one of the write-ups or something that I read or watched. Baba Falegan was so pissed off with Baba Afe Babalola that he said he regretted coming during the generation of Afe Babalola, that all that Baba, remember what I say, that I respect Baba Afe Babalola for his entrepreneurial skills and how he has revolutionized everything. I'm not against anybody establishing different businesses all over the place. And he's into bread manufacturing, he's into education, he's into legal practice, he's into agriculture, he's into name them. Baba is an is a man of reckon in all these areas. But alas, even the area where we thought that Baba was so good, that we all revere him for and respect him for, which I still do, is the area that Baba Falegan was able to plug out his weaknesses and brought it. Everything was on the social media. That Baba said he was really disappointed that they had to come at the period that this Baba. So this is a fight of two giants until Baba Falegan. I think he's late now, if I'm correct. If not, may he live for as long as the Lord God Almighty has uh, appointed unto him to live. But this Baba hated Baba Afe Babalola to the bones of to the marrow of his bones or whatever. And he did not mince words. And I don't think that matter is settled till today, whether Baba Falegan is alive or is old and gone. So, you see, I believe, honestly speaking, if there's anybody to really take up, whom you can say, yes, this is my mate, this is somebody that I can take up, that people will know that I know what I'm saying or doing. If there's anybody like that, it is nobody other than Baba Falegan. What was Papa Afe Babalola's reaction? I read one of his reactions. Don't forget, don't mind whatever anybody is saying, that he traced even the history of Ekiti State, how it was created, his role in it, and the impacts he has made in the country. And that was it. So that is why I'm surprised that with Dele Farotimi, how much will Baba claim? Baba's image has been made. And if anybody is trying to kind of make him infamous, the person will really have his facts. And if he has his facts, and to me, I believe that before Baba Febalola could go ahead and be suing somebody, it must be somebody that you know that when people look at both of you, people will not laugh and say it's oppression. Because as it is now, it's an oppression to the core. As per the Tony Elumelu's case, so far so good. I'm happy that the police is being cautious by asking the person who was alleged to have complained that he was defamed, that he should bring it up in writing, in his own handwriting, putting the lawyer aside. Lawyer will do what you ask them to do. But I'm happy that the police is being cautious here. And but then, how has the matter been handled? So the case of arresting, whether by way of kidnapping or whatever, thank God that Farotimi himself has come up to say what he knew about the so-called arrest, the bench warrant to arrest him and all that, that he was never notified. He has his address, and I think it's also well known enough that if you just say Dele Farotimi, even you can go as well and do substitution service and then go to the press and get your matters straight on the possible need to arrest the guy. So the way Farotimi has explained it, ha- I'm really kind of, well, I am not there until the other side has spoken, because he said that they said they have been looking for him. Court has been inviting him and all that. He didn't show up, and therefore they had to issue bench warrant to arrest him and all that and that and all that. Like I said, there are so many ways in which you serve people. You can't reach out to them, put it in the social media, put it in notice in the press, put it in the, I mean, people will, the message will get across. And more so that when we saw how Farotimi has responded to the invitations in Lagos. So that's another matter entirely. So I don't believe, let me put it that way, that unless there are people playing the game in between, I don't think that Babalola will want to arrest somebody and they will be doing, what do you call it, evasive, or using uh, kind of method that make it a kangaroo approach, or approaching it in a kangaroo manner. I don't think that should have come from, or would have come from, Baba Femi Falana's, I mean Baba Afe's angle, unless, like I said, somebody is playing a game. Then, if it happens then to be so, then it will simply amount to the fact that, you know, um, a case of a turkey fighting a chick, you know, and wanting to do everything possible to make sure that the chick suffers even before its arrest. So, if what Dele Farotimi has portrayed is true, it will actually have to do with Papa's reputation as somebody that everybody, all lawyers in Nigeria, looking up to as somebody what Yoruba call of awokoshi, that is a good example in leadership. So I believe that Papa needs to speak out on that to exonerate himself from anything that is kind of, even on its own, is enough to see him as an oppressor. So I know that Baba should wash out his hands clean. Like I said, if Baba did not, go as far as suing Baba Falego, I don't know why. What is so important in Dele Farotimi that Baba will be even threatening, talk less of taking all these barbaric measures that we are reading on the pages of social media. And yes, the courts are there. Once the due process is followed, it's okay. And even to me, if this message can get to Baba, I will just tell Baba, your reputation has been made. Even if Dele Farotimi is going to trying to unmake it, is this the way you need to respond? You are bigger than this. Just as Femi Falana was bigger than the very dark man. Because of all the struggles then, it is the size of an elephant to a chick, or of an eagle to a chick. That I'm looking at, how much will Dele Farotimi pay you even if you win the case? How much will he pay that? Will, or you may say that, okay, I want to do it just for posterity. Why not do it for Baba Falega that could match your efforts if you had done it when the matters were on? I think we need to begin to allow people to talk. Then if what they say is not correct, you can do a kind of um, state your own side because you are bigger than him. Any effort, any punishment that is meted upon him, it's like you're asking a caterpillar to crush an ant. By all standards, Dele Farotimi is a lawyer, but not of your stature. So, just like what's his name? Um, Charles Apoki said, he said, you will only make Dele Farotimi to be more popular. What, let's look at it. What, at the end of the day, in this matter, you don't win. You may have all the support in this world, but if God's time is there and you know the lawyer thing, technicality, even on mere technicalities, this guy is exonerated. And what if he, will that not mar your reputation the more? So, Baba, you are bigger than this. Let the sleeping dog lie. Because what is happening now is that the younger generation is looking at the older generation as their oppressors. And if this is happening, the best way to approach it is not to incarcerate them. It is to call them. I'm a parent. There was a time my children asked me questions on certain things. As parents, ask my wife and I questions. Why this, why this, why that? I could as well decree if it was the old generation that we belong to, as they will say now, that I'm your father, I've done what I want to do, and that's it. No. We came down as a father. I explained this were what we did. And what we did were to the best of our knowledge and to the best of our ability. There is nothing we could have done better that we did not do. You see, ability and exposure determines where you can get to in life. And we did come down humbly and said, you cannot be angry because we couldn't have done more than our exposure. That is more than we knew, and we could not have done more than what our abilities can fetch us. And they reasoned, and we are moving on today. And by way of joke, I said that you people are already of age. This is the race of the earth. We've led you to where we know if you know how to do it better than us, you can fly better than us. So fly. It is between you and your God now, not between us and you. What God has enabled us to do, we have done, but do for yourself greater things than we did for you. And the matter died down. That's the kind of approach that could have helped this matter. Looking at it from all angles, it is Baba suing anybody who is of below your status. And almost everybody is below your status now in everything. I attended your various agric exhibitions, annual agric exhibitions as a farmer. I did. I saw your beautiful pigs. I saw all the exploits you are doing with cassava. I brought my products there sometime, you know, where you give a award of 1 million naira to winners annually, lead winners and all that. We saw all those ones. Your focus should be on empowering people now, the more, not to drag anybody, drag any issue with anybody. God has taken you beyond that level. So I don't expect this. Whether it is real defamation or if you keep quiet over this thing, Farotimi cannot defame you. I'm telling you. And if you must say anything, what I would have said, suggested, if I were in the position, was to, if you invite Dele Farotimi and you explain your part of that situation, I'm sure if he sees the light, he will do a rejoinder. Because there are so many things that are counted against us as elders, eh, that are not true, because the people who are saying them, they don't have the full facts. Children will attack their parents, not until the parents are able to calm down and explain. They won't understand. So explanation is what is needed. Encouragement is what is needed. Even if need be, apologies may be needed. So this is what would have doused the tension. So I plead with you, Papa, like I said, the reputation that you have garnered in this world, nobody can put it to disrepute unless actions of this nature. You don't need it. Not at all. You are bigger than that. So let this matter be withdrawn, and let those who are trying to make noise out of it, or to play games out of it, be sent away to go and do their lawful duties elsewhere, and not allow him to go for bail. What sort of bail conditions that will be there that Dele Farotimi will not be able to meet? And what is even more, this bail thing. Maybe we are saying that bail is free. What is happening? Well, you provide sureties and all that. And I know that even Dele Farotimi's bar certificate or another lawyer's bar certificate is enough to stand as a surety for anybody who needed to be bailed. So please let us throw away frivolities. We deserve, I mean, our younger generations deserve apologies from us. Whatever they are alleging, not all of them will be wrong. But nobody is perfect. All we need to is to carry them along and then explain to them. It's an interface. It will soon be their turn. Dele Farotimi, maybe he's in he's 50, is he 59 now or something? And Baba, you are 90 something. Someone jìnnà sílẹ̀. A ò ní réṣù o. Àgbà yẹn á dalẹ̀ o. Ẹ torí Ọlọ́run, let go this matter for the sake of posterity. Don't let the world see you as an oppressor. Don't let the world see you as an oppressor. Baba Falegan has said his own is gone. That did not defame you. And he said worse things, which we all had. But we were not there. I cannot. When I see your exploits in this world, I marvel. And I know that those things come as a result of creativity. A lot of people have those opportunities and they could not do anything closer to what you did. Even if it is the fact that they say you are a capitalist, it is money, 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 you understand. What of AB Foundation? What of the employments you are providing for people in your farms, in your schools, everywhere? Yes, you charge fees. I know that it costs so much to run a university, to run a secondary school. I own a small one. I know what it means. So there's no way that there will be no social, corporate social responsibility done to the society. and the fact that you even invested in Nigeria, invested in people. These are enough reputation, more than enough reputation. Who can throw that away? Dele Farotimi too, very outspoken, and he's speaking as he's inspired, and he's a young soul, and he has experienced his own frustrations. He's not hiding it. Your businesses collapse because of the strong stance he took against certain societal. He's a social reformer. Even if what he's saying is not correct, he points us to the fact that we should be looking for the truth wherever it is. So I wouldn't say he should stop saying what he needs to do. He only needs to, as much as possible, check his facts before he puts them on paper or say them out, to avoid all this libelous or slander or defamation matter. So let me stop here. I respect you, and Dele to me too. I respect his experiences. I respect his pains. I respect. When I say I respect, I feel for him for saying his mind, though he went too far in some occasions. Yes, but that's human. Once you are greater than the level he is, then let go. And I hope he too will be cautious now on his future utterances. God bless Nigeria. God bless our executive, our legislative, our judiciary. We don't have a perfect system. We're only moving towards it. And if you look at Nigeria, we are moving no matter how little. It is too slow, but we are moving, we are crawling. Developments are coming. Let's just rally around with this present God administration to do his own best. Babalola Ahmed Tinubu, you have said, and I quote you, my mother said I should never quarrel with anybody, I should never do tit for tat, and that's one of the principle that is guiding your life. Let that be. Farotimi has said so much against you, overlook them. Even if I were you now, it's just that they would think it's a bribe or whatever, or you are trying to silence him or that. If there is any way that your administration can help to make him recover from his losses, that is at least doing businesses wherever he could do it and genuinely getting his money, I believe it should be encouraged. There is no benefit in killing a soul just because he shares or he appears not to be on the same page with us. Please talk to Tony Elumelu, because there's no way they do it now, they won't link it to you. Please talk to Tony Elumelu. If any matter will come that will throw Dele Farotimi into the life's confusion for the rest of his life, it shouldn't come even during your administration. Not even from people that you are close to. I don't know who is close to President Tinubu. I may be so small here, but not too young in age. 2.5 years to 70. And as a peacemaker, I think we should throw all these sentiments apart and begin to forge ahead for a greater Nigeria. God bless us. Bye for now.